All right, everyone. So during a conversation with Cody Rhodes, Bayley wanted the WWE to do a second version of the Evolution pay per view. Now, if you don't know what the first one was, it was held in 2018, and it was a all female pay per view, right? Or I guess as they call it now, premium live event. So here's what she had to say. Yes, why not? Like we were just saying, there are so many women. The thing about the first one was we had so many girls from NXT for one, which they got to showcase on a bigger stage, but they had so many women from the past. It's kind of like the first few Rumbles, a lot of women from the past because we didn't have enough women to fill up these matches, but now we do, and I think it would be so cool to give everybody on Raw and everybody on SmackDown a part of that show. Evolution 2, you could bring girls in from NXT. We just saw Jordan Grace in NXT, TNA girls, like whatever that connection is there. We could bring different girls in, and you could bring someone in from the past if they're up for it to do a little something. But we have such a stacked roster right now. It's like we could hold on a show on our own, another PLE on our own. It's been so many years where it's not like it's something we have to do every year. We're kind of like, all right, we've seen it enough times, but I think it's time because it is a different era compared to back then. That was one of my favorite matches I've ever had on that show. So I think Bayley certainly makes a good point in the sense that the Divas roster is stacked. We've talked about this in other, you know, in other videos. The women's roster is off the charts. It is so stacked. I mean, just watch that women's Money in the Bank, and that was one hell of a match. You have all these factions coming up now, right? You have Damage Control still there. You have this one with Sonya Deville. All of this stuff is crazy. You have Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley, and you get Becky Lynch to come back for it. You have Bayley. I mean, just all of even some of like the mid card women's wrestlers are big time, and then obviously the NXT girls, the TNA girls. There are so many women you can have on this pay per view. I don't see why not. I do think you got to be careful of, like have this along with a regular pay per view, right? Have this be an added bonus for people, not a replacement, so that everybody still gets, the storylines they want, the pay per views they want, but maybe you find a way to add this in because we want to see this. I would watch this. This would be a great. I guess now it's premium live events, but a great pay per view nonetheless. And put some creative matches in here, right? Really build some great stories, even hotter stories that we already got. Let's really, let's build up the two factions, Damage Control and Sonya Deville's faction now with Baszler and Stark, right? Build up that rivalry so we can get to something like this. And considering this was set on like a WWE program, it's almost like we're based instead of her saying let's do it. It's almost like WWE is like, hey, we know you support this. Make sure you say this on the show because we're going to have it coming at some point soon. It would really be awesome. And let us know what you think about it in the comment section below. We will see you next.